installed Godot, created a new project, and began playing the game. Pong is very simple. 2 pedals, ball, and a scoring system. The ball bounces back and forth, and each player controls a pedal to prevent the ball from passing by. In Godot, everything is a node. For Pong, we have a single scene for every functional node. The main node is the game scene, 2 paddle nodes for player controls, a ball node for the ball mechanics, 2 static bodies as the screen bottom and ceiling, 2 triggers at the left and the right of the screen for resetting the ball's position and adding 1 point to the scores, a level node for the score and the pause button, a head and pause menu node to be shown when the button or input is pressed, and some useless decoration like the line in the middle. Each paddle is a character body 2D with a sprite 2D and a collision shape 2D. We write the script to move the paddles using the input function, reacting to key presses. The player paddle is very simple. It extends a character body 2D, so all its behavior will be scripted manually, and we have a speed variable, which will represent the paddle's speed in pixels per sound. In the physicsPresses function, we calculate the direction up or down based on the player input. If there is input, we set the velocity accordingly. If not, the paddle stops moving. Now the opponent paddle gets a little more complicated. By this moment, I had no idea how the opponent should play like. Other Pong projects used to make it slide to the ball vertical position, but then we have this awkward, constant moving that may not feel as natural as a real player. So, in our opponent paddle script, we've programmed an AI that predicts where the ball will go, mimicking human-like behavior, somehow. It calculates the ball's future position and moves towards it. This makes the opponent challenging yet beatable. The ready function gets the ball node reference from the scene tree. The physicsPresses function will check if it should move based on reaction time. To predict where the ball will collide, the opponent's AI uses a function that calculates the time it will take the ball to reach the opponent's side of the screen. It factors the ball's current position, velocity, and the target horizontal position. The formula used is this one. Time to reach the target x equals the target x minus the ball's current horizontal position divided by the ball's horizontal velocity. Once we have the time, we can predict the vertical position by adding the ball's current vertical position to the product of its vertical velocity and the time calculated. Yes, I know, but this is how it's done. The predicted vertical position is the ball's current vertical position plus the ball's vertical velocity multiplied by the time to reach the target x. This gives us the spot where the ball is expected to be, and the opponent paddle moves to that position. With some added randomness to simulate human error, this method allows the AI to anticipate the ball's movement and react accordingly. The ball is also a character body 2D. It starts with a random direction and velocity. The ready function calls the setBallVelocity function, which randomly decides the ball's initial direction on both axes, providing 4 possible starting directions. The physicsPresses function constantly checks for collisions, and once there is one, bounces off the opposite direction. When the ball passes a paddle, it will enter the Area 2D nodes, triggering the root node to call the ball's setBallVelocity and set its position to the center of the screen. We'll update the score using a label node, stringing each paddle's score variables to the label's text. And that was the very game. Now I just had to make 2 scenes, one with the player paddle as the opponent, and another scene for the 2 players mode. I've also created a title screen menu that allows player to choose between 1 player and 2 players mode. Each game mode scene has a pause menu. You can access it by pressing the enter key. This menu lets you resume the game or go back to the title screen. That's the basic logic of Pong, plus some extra features to make the experience a little better. If you found this useful, like, share, and subscribe for more GameDev content. I'll see you in the next project.